40 ป่ะ
Hey everyone, it is Friday, July 14th. The time right now is 8:40 p.m. and the temperature is around 23 degrees Celsius. I'm here at the intersection of Queen and Yonge Street. I'm currently walking north up the east side of Yonge Street. And this walk that we're going on tonight has become something of a tradition on this channel. I'll be heading north up to Dundas Street and then making my way west over to Spadina, then heading south, I think down to Adelaide, and then east over to John Street, north up to Richmond, and then it'll be south down to St. Andrew Station. And the reason I say it's become something of a tradition is back on July 17th, 2020, which is 4 years ago, almost to the day, well, to the Friday, I recorded what went on to become my most viewed walk ever. It's currently sitting at 1.1 million views. And that, over the course of time, has earned the channel over 7,000 subscribers from that one video alone. And then I repeated the walk a year later to the Friday, and that one went on to have over 55,000 views, and it gained nearly 200 subscribers. And then last year, I did it again, and that one also went over pretty well. It did 151,000 views and 584 subscribers earned. So I might as well keep it going. So I'll be following that same route.
Give everybody.
And it should be pretty dark out by the time things finish up. This here is Shooter Street. And that is the Eaton Center on the west side of Yonge Street. And I think it should take about 50 minutes or so in total. Some classic Toronto driving. So we'll head up to Dundas Square and then I'll make my way west along Dundas Street. And there's where Nordstrom used to be. It's been emptied out. The Nordstrom rack up at Yonge and Bloor has also been cleared out. This place is brand new. I'm gonna pop in here for a second. The only game where you can win a new friend. I think one of these has opened up in North York. This is the Octo Zone. Hey, somebody won something.
So it's...
I'm sure I'll be back and popping into this place in the future at some point. One token costs $1. I'm assuming a token will get you one crack at one of those machines.
This is named the exact same.
Yeah.
That place gives off some Tokyo vibes. And the first few times I did this one was during the pandemic. Although things are pretty much entirely back to normal now.
In winter, yeah.
And there's an event going on at Dundas Square. Looks like Ribfest. These Ribfests in Toronto are kind of a dime a dozen. They seem to pop up every weekend. Usually it's the same trucks in a different location.
More Tommy bombs.
Sunday at 7 o'clock, we got the internationally touring, award-winning Wicked Truth. And they're going to play everything from Led Zeppelin to Miley Cyrus. You're not going to know what's coming up next, but you're going to know what's coming. Enjoy your evening. We're going to have a good one here at Yonge-Dundas Square. Thank you, Toronto, for coming out and being a part of our night.
Pulled pork sandwich, $16.
See you tomorrow. See you the next day. Stick around. We've got John Ashley Vance coming up next.
Although I do find the food at these places is quite good. As long as you don't mind paying restaurant prices. I recommend going to one. It's just I wouldn't go too far out of the way because there's almost always going to be one coming pretty close to wherever you are. And this is the corner of Yonge and Dundas. And we've got a scramble crossing in effect. There's often preachers and buskers on this corner. Hang for 100 and you can win $150 or 100 seconds. This guy does not like it when you record him. He will often stop dancing if he sees your camera. Oh well, you're in public? So now it is west along the south side of Dundas Street West. And I'll continue all the way into Chinatown. And then it'll be down into the entertainment district. I do need to come back at some point and do a nightlife walk along King Street. I haven't done one this year yet. Or at least not this summer. And this first street coming up is Bay Street. There's Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake at its new location. It used to be located across the street.
Brendan? That was like such a big deal, like 10 years, no, not 10 years.
Yeah.
So this area has been dubbed, whoop, car ran over a cup, Little Tokyo. And I quite like going to that place across the street, Don Izakaya. There's some more excellent Toronto driving for you.
So many places.
This place has never disappointed, the Kimchi House. And neither has this place, Gyubi Japanese Grill. That's an all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue. I always go to the one up in the Annex on Bloor Street West. I've yet to go to this location. haven't tried that place, but I have tried Gayugia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And above Hongshin there is Kaki Spicy Fried Chicken, a place I've heard a lot about. It's supposed to be quite excellent and very affordable. I've yet to go though. And we are at University Avenue. And sunset is supposed to be at 9 p.m., which is in 4 minutes. So twilight is nearly upon us. And look at this, you have 14 seconds to cross everything here. It's a two-phase crossing. And if you want to do it all in one go, you better get your move on. So we are stuck in the middle of University Avenue. But at least they have this crossing here. There you go, 15 seconds. That guy ran a red light.
But like you should.
And the next few blocks will be a little quiet, but it should pick up after that. We'll be walking by the Art Gallery of Ontario. This is a public plaza in front of 52 Division here. And big thanks to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Yesterday it hit 92,000 subscribers. I think I had 15 to 20,000 the first time I recorded this walk. And currently it's at 92,090. There you can see the CN Tower peeking out. think the streetcar says training car on it. Learning how to operate a streetcar on a Friday night. And we are at McCall Street. I just posted a video walking south down McCall Street. There's a look at the tower and OCAD University looming on the right. And now it's in front of the Frank Gehry designed Art Gallery of Ontario, or at least this recent update to the exterior was designed by Frank Gehry.
So my room. I didn't know that they were setting up an interview.
There's some smaller galleries across the street. And just after the next intersection, we'll be in Chinatown. This is Beverley Street coming up. And just south of here on the left is an entrance to Grange Park. This neighborhood is known as Grange Park. And across the street we have the Italian consulate and another luxury SUV where the owner didn't spring for the optional turn signals. Why am I surprised?
Came into the marriage with.
So this is Chinatown, one of the two main stretches through Chinatown. There's one along Dundas here, and another along Spadina, mostly north of Dundas. We'll be going south on Spadina. Kachi restaurant over there is quite good. That's a Korean spot. I think those are American tour buses. Let's see. From Pennsylvania. And this is Huron Street, and you'll notice every other streetcar is a Queen streetcar. This one's a 505 Dundas, but you'll also see the 501 Queen. That's Queen Street south of here is closed for streetcars. There's a Taiwanese bubble tea restaurant. Man, look how busy it is. Must be some pretty damn good bubble tea. That tour bus is from Massachusetts. And the next major street coming up ahead will be Spadina. And I'll head south where this Rexall is. On the corner there at one point was a burlesque house. Pardon my French, but fuck anyone who rides one of those on the sidewalk. And it's the musical stylings of this guy. So this is Dundas and Spadina. It's a bit sleepy in Chinatown tonight. YCS Exchange. Crypto has been going off the past few days. Yesterday, the SEC ruled that one of the altcoins, XRP, is not a security. And the value of that one jumped about 60%. And I think the big two, Bitcoin and Ethereum, went up as well. Still, I can't imagine the exchange rate being very good at all at a physical location. They have to pay their overhead and their rent, and they make their money just changing your real money for virtual coins. And the next major street coming up will be Queen Street West. There's the Chinatown Center across the street. A small, kind of rundown shopping center. There's Sonic Boom. Probably the most popular record store in the city. They used to be up in the annex on Bloor Street where a Dollarama now is, and then they briefly moved to where Honest Ed's used to be. But they've been at that location here in Spadina for quite a while.
Like at first you don't really use anything.
And there's a northbound 510 Spadina streetcar running on its own dedicated right of way. And this block here will eventually see an Ontario line station go in. What's that guy running at? If the walls could talk at that McDonald's, there'd be some very interesting stories to tell. But this is Queen Street West. Popular shopping corridor. There's also a fair bit of nightlife on Queen Street West.
What do you mean?
And this is Richmond Street, the old clubbing district. It would have been just east of here. Everything has since, for the most part, migrated down to King Street West. Off in that direction the camera's pointing at. And as much as I'd like to go head down to King West and check that out, I'm gonna follow the route of that walk that has over 1 million views. I think I started recording that one maybe about 10 or 15 minutes after I started recording this one. I remember it being dark. well, darker by the time I got to Adelaide here.
Tell this guy how he's wrong.
You were like ready to fight him.
But now it's time to head east. That car is getting honked at. I saw a no U-turn sign, but I didn't see a no left turn sign. Anywho, this is west on Adelaide Street West, where the bike lane has been relocated to the north side. And they've added these concrete dividers. Not quite as good as raising the bike lane and having it curb separated, but the next best thing. So now the plan calls to walk to John Street and then head north to Richmond. It's nice of them to stop and pose for the video here. I think that's a pizza restaurant. It has a gelato restaurant in the corner. And this is Peter Street. Although a block south of here, it becomes Blue Jays Way. And there used to be a number of clubs along here back in the day. Just north of here, there was one called Level. And there was another one called the Boulevard Room.
Oh yeah, here, like a navigator stop, like where the water is, that's south.
And off in the distance there, you can see some towers in the financial district. Another mushroom dispensary has popped up. So this is John Street. That wing sauce smells really good coming from that Hooters. And some classic Queen. There's the Town Crier Pub. So I'll be heading north on John Street here.
Says like, oh yeah, she seems like a fan though.
Which in terms of making an interesting video might have been a mistake because there's some, make sure there's no bikes coming behind me, always lined up in pretty happening spots off in that direction. Speaking of which, this place is Melrose. It's a nice cocktail bar, although I've only been there once.
They're so comfortable.
Guys, it's like, I won't like.
I don't know if this was a Jack Astor's the first time I recorded this. That spot's been vacant for quite a while. And the last time I walked along a stretch of Richmond Street, I walked by a place that was holding Wine-Fest. We'll see if that's still going. There's a bowling pub, the Ballroom. Apparently they're opening up a second location. And this is Richmond Street. So the plan calls
A little bit.
to walk west here.
It's right here. Right
There's where Wine-Fest was taking place. See if we can get a view inside. There's a pedal pub. Oh, it looks like it's just a regular bar tonight. Rendezvous.
It pays, but you're not gonna like it.
There's some people trying to open a door that appears to be shut. They're wondering aloud why it's closed off. And this is the Fifth Social Lounge on the right. Well, the plan calls to keep walking on Richmond here, but I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to jinx this walk and take a slightly different route. We're going to go south. Because why not? This is Nelson Street. Party Putt Golf Club.
Are you looking for party bud? Are you guys looking for party bud? No. Okay. Don't worry.
What is this? Oh, this is the Party Putt place. I think I saw the Blue Jay game on TV there. And we're at Adelaide Street. I might as well just head south to King. This is Pie Restaurant on the right. An excellent northern Thai restaurant.
Good, yeah.
I've been to their Midtown location many a times. There's Grace O'Malley's. There's a club just over there on the right. I guess it's a little early for that to be lined up. And now we're at King Street. So I try to avoid doing this, but the last few blocks of this walk is going to duplicate the one that I had uploaded for this morning. But at least it's a Friday night now.
I gotta think of a new pop.
It's the Royal Alex Theatre. We'll be going by that hidden cocktail bar that I pointed out on that other walk. Let me take my camera out of tilt lock mode. There we go. This is the place where you want to go and ask for a room in the back, and they'll lead you through a secret entranceway.
What time is it?
And they'll tell you to put your cameras away. It's the Elephant and Castle. Oh, there it is. I didn't quite follow the exact route. I broke with tradition a little bit, but I think I made it slightly more interesting. St. Andrew Station is just up ahead. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this year's iteration of my mid-July Friday night walk. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides and a Threads account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing below the video if you wish to say thanks that way. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I do go live usually 3 times a week or so. There is St. Andrew Station, so in a moment I'll be heading down there. And a look north up University Avenue. As I try to figure out who the heck was just calling me, unknown number. Anywho, thanks for tagging along once again. Stay safe, and I will catch you on the next one. Yoink!